Hello, my friends. Kevin the Comic Doctor coming to you with a live CGC unboxing. That's right, a CGC unboxing. I had three big boxes came back, were delivered on Saturday, actually. So I'm going to do one each day. I'm going to do one today, one tomorrow, and I will do another one on Wednesday. But first, I want to welcome all new subscribers. There's been a bit of a boom here over the last few days. So I want to say hello and welcome to all new subscribers. I hope you like your comic books, because if you do, you've come to the right place. We talk about everything comic book related, and especially as it pertains to cleaning and pressing comic books, and of course, sending them off to CGC to be graded. Again, today I have a full box here ready to share with you. Anything else? Any other news? I don't know if there is right now. I don't think so. Well, oh, you're probably wondering about my 1,000 subscriber draw. Yes, it's going to be happening this week. I promise you. I just need about an hour to sit down and just do it. Videotape it, do it, and then upload it. So this week, at some point, you're going to be, all you lucky people out there, or some of you lucky people are going to find out who wins some of those awesome prizes that I have put aside for the 1,000 subscriber milestone. Anyways, guys, let's get started. I hope the sound is okay. My sound was kind of punchy and loud the other day. Let me call up the chat in case there are any issues. I know people in the chat room will let me know. Well, usually they do. So if there's any issues, let me know. Okay, guys. I think the sound's all right. Let's get to it. I will take your questions in a second. Let's get through these comics first. I see people asking questions already, and I'll certainly get to those once we're done. Anyways, this box of 25 is actually from two orders, two invoices, two separate orders. 18 of these books belong to one client, and the other 7 to another client. So let's have a look. I believe these are mostly modern. This time, I believe so, yes. So we got a modern submission. Again, guys, I didn't even look, and hopefully there's no cracks. The boxes seem to be in very good condition, so I don't think we're going to see any cracks, although I will inspect as we go. First off, Spectacular Spider-Man 198 in a 9.6. I've kind of moved my camera over a little bit, so I'm going to, that should be okay like that. There you go. Nice copy there in a 9.6. Let's see if we get any 9.8s today. Hopefully we do. Also, we have another copy. No, an ASM 238. It is the newsstand edition right there of, First Hobgoblin in 238. A pretty big book. I think 75 cents is the Canadian price variant, is it not? As well. And they did not make mention of that on there. Go figure. And there's a nice copy right there. This book has been heating up as well, too. Will Ned Leeds become the next Hobgoblin? We'll find out. Maybe we'll get a clue in the upcoming Spider-Man Homecoming. No Way Home. What am I talking about? Next copy. We have an ASM 300. Now, guys, I don't know if I mentioned, I think I mentioned on yesterday's video, sometimes I do send ASMs 300s under the modern tier, and this was one such book. This one here is a newsstand copy. Obviously, it has its issues. Yeah, there's lots of creases along the spine, and so I figured the book wasn't going to get much higher than an 8.85. So I sent it under the modern tier, and so that one, $22 US for that one, guys. Right? Not the standard fee or the express fee. Only if the books look really minty will I submit them under a higher tier. Now, that being said, CGC might receive that book and say, nope, it's going to this. They have the right to bump that to standard if they wanted to, but they didn't. So obviously I made the right call there. All right. This one's a Crow. This book, actually, I just sent these last week, guys. These books I just finished. This is a Crow number 1. Now, this one had a really severe, like a crease right down the middle there. That's why we got the 5-0. And remember, guys, modern books that have significant damage, staining, creasing, they're gonna hammer them. They're gonna hammer them hard. So if you've got a modern book you really want to grade, but you really want that high grade, make sure the book looks pretty darn good before you send it out for being, for pressing and cleaning. Because if it does have a significant problem, they will knock it. All right, next we have a Savage She-Hulk number 1 in a 9.0. Not too bad. Hey guys, hey everybody. Yeah, the room's filling up. Good to see you all. We'll get to the questions in just one sec. Hey, Jamar, how you doing? Next we have a Turtles book. We've got a number 4 and a 9.2. I forget whose books, guys, I forget whose books these are. I recognize the books, but I totally forget whose order this is. Perhaps the owner is there right now watching. I don't know. Next we have a 9.6 in The Mighty Avengers, number 13. A modern book. And a 9.6. And if I recall, this one had some issues. So I'm quite happy with the 9.6 on this one. Always hoping for that 9.8, of course. Let's see here. Next we've got a Power Pack number 1. Maybe something's going to happen with Power Pack. I don't know. I wouldn't be a darn bit surprised. You know, a book that I was thinking of picking up was The Red Wolf. You know, Red Wolf, the indigenous character. They're going to do something with that character for sure. Or Warpath with the X-Men, right? They're going to do that whole indigenous thing. I'm sure of it. Next, we have a copy of X-Men 141, Days of Future Past. It's a nice copy and a 9.2. It's a white pager. Nice Batman book. This is number 308, and a 9.2. That's on a bad grade for this book. With Mr. Freeze. That's a pretty looking book. What else we got? We'll stop halfway, and I'll take some of your questions with it, so not too many questions build up in the chat room. Oh, look at that! Nice. That's a big book. Simpsons in a 9.8. Beautiful. Bongo Comics 9.8. Simpsons. Beautiful. Are these? I'm trying to remember whose books these are because I recognize all of them, but it's boggling my mind. Now this one, yeah, 9-0. First Omega Man, white pager. First Omega Man. First Lobo, sorry. All right, well, let's go to the chat and see what everyone's talking about here because I don't want to get the chat to go too far along. Give me one sec here. All right, we'll go over. All right. Hello. Okay, let's see what everybody's saying. Hey, Martin, how you doing? 1 of 3 this week. Sweet, yes. And another one on the way now. So I have 3 that are here, and another box is on its way back as we speak. Hello, James. How are you? Good to see you again. The Real Hyperion. I hope my books are here. They might be. Let's go, Kev. I know, Wayne. They're not going to be yours, man. I'm telling you. Yours went in just before this whole thing. And it's not every single modern book, Wayne. Hey, Brett. How you doing? Real Hyperion, how you doing? Flash 1, big week. It is. Lots of books coming back. Stav, Mayhem, that did not include me in that. Oh, boy, yeah. If you guys are following me on Instagram, you saw all those boxes I had to go through. You know, I only have so much room in here to store the books that I'm going to work on, right, guys? So as books come in from FedEx or whatever, or UPS, I store the books. I store the boxes. And it's in a climate-controlled, safe environment. And then when that area gets a little bit overfilled, and then I send books to CGC, I just do a purge. So this afternoon I did a purge. I opened up all the boxes that have been kind of piling up over the last several weeks, and I organized them all. That took me like 3 hours. Ugh. So not a lot of pressing getting done today, unfortunately. More organizing today. But I'm glad I did it because I know more books are on the way. And Stavros has mentioned that because last time I did that, his books were front and center. Jamari, we said hello to you. How you doing, buddy? Brad Koski, I don't know what's cooler, April Wine or The Doctor. April Wine's pretty cool, too. April Wine's pretty cool. Love my April Wine. Sign of the Gypsy Queen. Just between you and me. If you guys don't know April Wine, you need to get over to Spotify right now and listen. And you know what? I'm going to bring this up right now. I am an old fart. I'm 50 years old. You all know that. I don't listen to a lot of new music. if you go to my Spotify playlist, it's like probably 87, 88 and back. I listen to the 90s, some stuff, but not much. And now forget it. But the other day, my daughter introduced me to a band called Greta Fleet. Am I saying it right? I think I'm saying it wrong. Let me just check. But OMG, guys, if you are fans of Led Zeppelin, if you're fans of Rush, you guys have got Greta Van Fleet. You probably already know that they've been around for several years, but the dude who's the lead singer sounds like, what's his face from Zeppelin? Like, holy cow. And some songs you're like, is that Zeppelin? You think it's Zeppelin. So if you are a fan of Led Zeppelin and you've not listened to Greta Van Fleet, get over there and listen. But I'm going to tell you, I warn you, it's addictive because I listen to them every single day now, man. Robert Plant made a comment about them as well, saying he hated them because it reminded him of him when he was a young man, right? So anyways, Greta Van Fleet, guys, go check them out. Totally off topic there. Sorry about that. But it's Brad's fault because he mentioned April Wine, got me on the tangent. Okay, The Real Hyperion, how is Eternals? The big question, how is Eternals? I liked it. I liked Eternals. I didn't love Eternals. It's not the best top tier Marvel movie, but I actually kind of liked it. A couple of things bothered me. I'm not going to go into a giant, critique here because that's not what this video is all about. But I did enjoy it, and I think a lot of the haters went out there and just went at it. You know what I mean? But if you're a fan of the MCU, go check it out, and I think you'll really enjoy it. It's a long movie. The action's good. I think there's some good humor in it as well too. The character building is decent. And I like most of the actors in it as well too. No, it's a fun movie, so go check it out. Don't listen to the nonsense the critics are giving it. It's actually not a bad film. If you didn't like Black Widow, I wasn't a big fan of Black Widow. I gave Black Widow like a C minus. This one here I give like a B minus. It's pretty good. Not A++, but a B minus. A good night of the movies. Wayne, fingers crossed. Yeah, I know, Wayne. Mark Wild, sound is good. Okay, thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. Yesterday's a little bit loud. Chris Reynolds is here. Hey, Chris, how's it going? How was the show on Sunday? I heard mixed reviews. Did you pick up anything good? Big Book. I'm not sure what Stavros is referring to. That Crow is sick. Yeah, it's heating up. It's the second one I've seen in the last couple of weeks. The Crow #1 makes me upset. Wayne says sent these last week and they're back. Meanwhile, we've been waiting for months. Yes, you're right. We have been. Talk to Chris Reynolds. He's been waiting for 8 books since late March, right, Chris? And good news, Chris. 4 of them are here now, and another 4 should be here on Friday, and Chris's order from last time will be complete. But he's been waiting a long time. And again, it's not only you it's affecting, Wayne, it's affecting a lot of other people whose books came in just after that cutoff time. David Ross, She-Hulk prices dropping. Oh, are they really? I didn't notice that. They'll go back up again, David, don't you think? I think they will. Giraffe for Hire. Which DC book do you see the most in the press? You know what I see a lot of, believe it or not? Forever People, #1. I see that a lot. I see a lot of Batman books. They're, 234, Silver Age, Two-Face. I see those quite often. I see Batman 181 a lot. The first Poison Ivy. I see, of course, Harley Quinn's first appearance in Batman Adventures 12, most of the key ones you'd think of, you're going to see. Not a lot of Superman books. Action comics, if I see action comics or Superman comics, it's usually Golden Age stuff, usually. Chris Colburn, I see April Wine open for Def Leppard at Exhibition Stadium. Nice. I saw April Wine at a bar here in Oshawa about 15 years ago, and I stood like 2 feet from them, and they looked so bored as they were playing. But Miles Goodwin, who's the lead singer of April Wine, was just kind of, he just puts it on autopilot, opens his mouth, that awesome voice, still intact, singing those songs, those hits. Great. April Wine, man, one of those bands that should have been a lot bigger than they are. And I hear the reason why April Wine kind of didn't make it bigger was because, again, Miles Goodwin's a bit of a diva, a bit of a prima donna, and he rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. So he unfortunately stopped a lot of their progress because of his attitude. That's what I hear anyways. Who was the Grandma's Feet? Who was the Grandma's Feet? I'm not sure what you mean, Stav. Brew, haha. Hey, all, how you doing, Brew? Better than Venom? Stavros is saying better than Venom. Was Eternals better than Venom? If I had to go back and watch Venom again or Eternals again, I'd watch Eternals again. There you go. They're probably around the same level to me. Like, I'd want to see Eternals again because I want to see if I missed anything. And also, to be honest, I was a little late for the movie. We bought tickets a week ago. We get there and it's 3D, and I can't see 3D. I can't see 3D. I didn't want to sit in a theater for 2.5 hours with 3D glasses over top of my glasses, especially when the 3D glasses don't work because, like I said, guys, I'm blind in this eye. I can't see a damn thing in it. Well, I can see, but not very well. So 3D doesn't work. So I had to go exchange my tickets, and the movie I went to started 10 minutes before the one we were supposed to go to. So as we walked in with all of our popcorn and hot dogs and nachos, we missed about probably 8 minutes of the opening of the movie. So there's a little bit I think I missed, so I wouldn't mind checking that out too. Big crowd, yeah. Go, that's good. I picked up a couple of FF94s at the show. Excellent. It was a toy show though, right, Chris? It was a toy show, not so much a comic show. Pip and Star Fox, Starling Goodness, Brad, shh, spoilers. Davy Clar, as a comic book reader, She-Hulk was junk since day one. You couldn't give that book away. Davy, you're right, man. I mean, She-Hulk was one of those books that were there with West Coast Avengers, with what else? Spectacular Spider-Man, like series that just didn't catch on, right? Eternals. And in some cases, Moon Knight even, some of the later stuff. A lot of these books these titles didn't catch on. And She-Hulk was kind of again, a rip-off of Hulk, right? But I'll be honest, I always loved that front cover of She-Hulk. I love that it was a swipe of the original Hulk #1. And I always had a soft spot for She-Hulk. And I always knew She-Hulk was going to pop. I always had it in my guts. I stockpiled quite a few. I only have 2 left. I didn't sell them for what they're going for now, and if they are softening, I got a feeling they'll pop back up again. And that being said, like we talked about yesterday's video, these modern books, and pipe up guys if you want to agree with me or disagree with me, these modern books, they can go up and down and fluctuate a lot, but it's those blue chip key books that are the ones that are going to be holding steady, the ASM 1 and the FF52s and the Iron Man 55s now with all those key silver, golden age of course, and even like some of those Bronze Age books are going to hold their value for a long time. She-Hulk #1, is that bronze? Is it considered Bronze Age? I think it is considered a Bronze Age book, but again, lots out there, right? So who knows? Let's see. Christopher Reynolds says, I saved a guy from dropping a lot of money on an incomplete book. ASM 20. Had a clipped pinup and a guy almost bought a raw one. Dealer was pissed at me. But it felt good to help out a fellow. Good for you, Chris. And I have a feeling I know who that dealer was. That's all I'm going to say. And I think look me in the eyes, Chris. We know who that dealer was. I think. I'm just throwing it out there. But good for you, man. I'm glad you did that because too often some of these dealers are selling big books for big money. And they're not getting them graded. They're just selling them for big money at these shows. An unsuspecting, maybe a newbie goes in there, buys the book, and goes home and discovers the book has been trimmed, or the book has a page missing, or article, or a pinup is missing, or whatever. So good on you for doing that, man. You saved somebody a lot of heartache. It just reminds me, I just did an Iron Man #1 for a client, and he bought it several years ago. But it's the back two. What do you call it? There's 2 things cut out of the very back cover. And he had no idea. I discovered it as I was working on it, and he had no idea. Because oftentimes we're buying books, we just buy them, we don't even check them out. But if you're buying a book over $50, open that book up and have a look. I always recommend doing that. And bring someone with you, like a Chris, who knows a thing or two about it. Michael Emmon. Hey, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Comic Doctor says the Eternals best movie since Venom. I can't wait to watch it again. Yeah, don't be saying that, man. Again, a B-, not an A++. I'm the same way with 3D. Yeah, Brad, I hate it. And they didn't even tell us there were 3D tickets. They just sold it to us, and we didn't know till we got there. My wife's like, "Oh, it's a 3D movie," and I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" So I was pretty pissed off about that. Chris Reynolds. It was a pure comic show, but they were throwing a Star Wars con in the same. Oh, okay. Same time. Gotcha. And Christopher's talking about a show that happened in West Toronto yesterday on Sunday. Today's Monday. Yeah, on yesterday, a big comic show. Comic shows are starting to come back in the Toronto area, the GTA. So guys are getting really excited about that. Wayne, Rom's coming. Another one, very good one, Rom. That's another one that's been heating up and kind of percolating. What are they going to do with it? I want to see an Alpha Flight on the big screen. Brad, you and me both. I want to see Guardian and Sasquatch and Puck and all those guys. One of my favorite teams. We're not going to talk about Fiendish Doctor Wu. We're not going to. If you want to talk to Christopher on the side, you can. I'm not attacking anybody here. I'm just doing a kind of a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I've done those shows for a long time, and I know there's a couple of fellas that don't really disclose things sometimes, and I've butt heads with them as well myself. But I'm not going to mention any names here. I don't want to start a war. Silver Age and Golden Age will always rise. Moderns, meh. And I agree with you wholeheartedly, Wayne. Stav, Silver all the way, but I do pick up first appearance keys here and there. Ultimate Fallout, right? That's a good example. Walking Dead #1. Never picked it up. Should have. Invincible #1. Another one, right? I should have picked up and didn't. A lot of big books. David Ross, according to Dave at Comic Investments, and he follows the market, the She-Hulk 980 lost 50% of its value. Wow, already. Love those pre-code horrors. Yeah, and they are heating up as well, too. Wow, 50%, eh? So, watch it. It might, hey, it's a stock market. It's like this, guys, up and down, right? So let's see, She-Hulk could pop again. It's not coming out for a little while. Maybe it'll start heating up again when they announce it, and then it might kind of perk up a little bit. We'll see. Love those pre-code horrors. Yes, they've got quite the following now, but I don't know much about pre-code horrors. A lot of guys out there do. I am not one of them. Wayne, well, you have. My Tales of Suspense 16, missing page 1. I didn't notice until I got home. Lesson learned. Yep, it happens. Luke, how you doing, buddy? Brad, picked up a beautiful copy of Marvel Spotlight 2. High grade, love it. Oh, first Werewolf by Night. That's fantastic. And I believe they just announced Disney's doing a Halloween special on Werewolf by Night in 2022. So expect that book to pop. And I don't want to spoil it. Well, you know what? Close your ears. Just close your ears for a second if you don't want to hear it. There was in the post-credit scenes of Eternals, we get a glimpse into the future of the MCU. We all know that already, but a character from the Monster Universe. I'll just say that. How about that? So no real spoilers. A character from the Monster Universe has kind of now been introduced in a roundabout way. So we know that Monster Universe is coming. Yeah, Legion of Monsters is coming. I think it is. Just bought a Famous Funnies 209 Classic Frazetta. Love it. Love that Frazetta work, man. Here we go. Let's continue with some of these comics. Let me switch back over to the big screen here. Let's see what else we got. Young Avengers 9.4. Talk about modern keys. This one had an issue somewhere. I forget where. Now, the case looks all right. All right, keep moving right along. Spawn #1 in a 9.6. There was big news yesterday regarding Spawn, the Spawn universe, the McFarlane universe. He is hooking up with some production company, or his own production company is hooking up, and they're really 2022, 2023, and 2024 is going to be the year of McFarlane, man. He's really trying to pump his universe. So expect these Spawn books to continue to pop, and other McFarlane properties as well too, and Image properties, I would assume. What else do we have here? We have another copy. Oh, I love this book. ASM. This is not Amazing Spider-Man is Amazing Friends in an 8.5 white pager. And this one actually, I believe, is the story that we see in the very first episode of this cartoon. The one where they go to the costume Halloween party or whatever at the school. Love it. What else do we have? Got about 10 more to go. Got X-Men 266 at a 9.4. Guys, notice not a whole heck of a lot of 9/8s in there, right? I've been noticing lately, and I don't know what's going on here. Maybe it's the frenzy of everyone getting really excited about what's happening in the comic world. I'm having books submitted that probably would not have been submitted 3 years ago or 2 years ago or even a year ago. Modern books that need a press and a clean for sure, but aren't going to get the 9.8. Don't even have a chance at getting a 9.8, but people are still submitting them. Clients are still submitting them. Now, is that a spec thing? Is that people just trying to get ahead of the curve in case, just to get their books ready to sell in case the books pop? Because even today, I'm working on some books here that, as I'm working on them, I'm like going, this book's going to be like a 5, a 6, an 8. Not going to get a 9, no way. But the books are still coming in. So as a presser, I mean, I'm noticing that trend over the last probably 8 months. I'm getting people just throwing books at me and not really inspecting the books to see if it's even worth it. So be careful, before you submit your books to your presser, make sure it's worth it. I mean, these are, don't get me wrong. X-Men 266, First Gambit is heating up a lot. We talked about She-Hulk. Now, no, this is a 9.0. Is a 9.0 worth getting clean pressed and graded? I don't know. Again, make sure you do your homework to make sure that when you're sending these books in, is it worth getting done? I'll do them. You send them, I'll do them. But I don't want people, sending books in that they're going to lose money on. Is it better for you to sell it the way it is before sending it in? Anyways, something to think about, all right, guys? What else we have here? We got another... Oh, we got a 9.4. It's a nice copy. A white pager of Hulk 282. That's a She-Hulk appearance. There you go. That's a nice book. A run book, I guess you could say. We also have Secret Wars. What a bunch of bozos. I'm pretty sure this is a Canadian price variant, and they didn't put it on there. Ugh. Is that a Canadian price variant? You tell me, guys. I'm pretty sure it is. A $1 Canadian price variant. Anyway, Secret Wars number 3. I indicate on the forums that they're Canadian price variants. Sometimes they do it, sometimes they don't. It's irritating when they don't. Wolverine number 1. Again, a book I would never have seen submitted in this grade a year ago. Right? I just wouldn't have. But the 9.8s of this book have gone through the roof. So it trickles down, right? And these books become more valuable. So I understand that. But is it still worth doing? I don't know. Again, I am not a walking Overstreet or even a walking GPA in my head. So I don't follow the values and the prices. I just assume when people submit books to me, they're aware of the current prices, and they're also aware their books are kind of, they're not going to get super high grades, right? I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Anyways, an 8.0, nice book, nonetheless. Amazing Spider-Man 299 and a 9.6. White pager, nice book. All right, what else we have here? Another one? That's 298, yeah, and a 9.6 again. White pager. These books, along with 300, I find are becoming a little harder to get in a 9.8, unless the book is super, super clean. Pink is a book I don't see very often. Pink Floyd number 1, 9.0, white pager. That's pretty cool. Devil Dinosaur. Geez, where's my 9.8s, guys? Holy cow, that was a beautiful book. Nothing wrong with this book, my friends. Nothing wrong with this book. Gorgeous book. Oh, I see something that wasn't there when I sent it. Look at this. Look at this. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'll put the light over here, see if you can see this. Now, again, did this happen before grading or after grading? Watch this. I'm having a hard time showing it to you. Hold on. It's right over here. Right there. Right there. See that? Right there. There's a little flip. Now that was not there when I sent that book. This book is gorgeous. And when I eyeballed this book before it went, I'm thinking 98 all the way. So to me, that happened when it was being unpacked. And that really ticks me off because that was a gorgeous book. Now, can that be fixed? Yeah, of course it can be fixed. I can make that a 98 again. But it's aggravating, right? So, Wayne, we're complaining that, is this fast service working? Maybe it is. This book came back in a week, but look at that. It has damage on it that was not there when I sent it. I'd rather they do it slowly and right. That's me. What do we got here? Shang-Chi, 9.6 white pages. A lot of 9.6. Oh, look at that scuff. With a big scuff on it, too. I don't think you're going to see the scuff on here. Can you see the scuff? It's a really big one. Right there. On the corner, right there it is. See that scuff by my finger? Right there? Yeah. Right there. There's a giant scuff. It's on the plastic. It's not on the book, but it's unsightly. All right. 9.6 is right for this one. But not for that devil dinosaur. That's baloney. All right, guys. Last one. What do we got? Well, at least we got a 9.8 for the last one. There we go. We have an Amazing Spider-Man number 9, Young variant cover. That's a nice colorful cover. Let's see right there. And a 9.8. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm pissed off about that devil dinosaur, though. So when I figure out whose books are who, we'll have a conversation and we'll see whether or not we're going to resend that in again. Okay, let's see what's happening in the chat room before I let you guys go. Answer any other questions you might have. Hello, everybody. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. We're just doing a live unboxing. Just finished. Now we're just going to the chat room to say hi to everybody. Again, welcome to all new subscribers, and especially those that come to us from the PGS over from Robert Meyer Burnett's channel. I know a lot of you joined over the weekend. I thank you for that. Let me find my chat window so I can see what's going on here. Here we go. Okay. Wow, lots of chats. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Okay, here we go. David Ross. If the moderns are not 9.8, not worth much unless it's a huge, huge key. Definitely. I think most moderns, even if it's not a huge, huge key, if it's like an X-Men or an ASM or something like that, you're probably looking at least 150. You know what I mean? Which is not bad, but it's a bit of a gamble, isn't it? Because if it doesn't come back a 9.8 and it comes back a 9.6, if it's not a key book, all of a sudden it's worth what you paid to have it graded. Maybe not even worth getting it pressed or cleaned. So yeah, that's a bit of a danger. You're right. If you're looking, and Wayne says, if you're looking to realize gains nowadays, a modern less than 9.8 won't do it. The price difference between a raw graded is growing, and so is a 9.8 and anything lower. And I agree. And Wayne, I see your ads on Facebook all the time, and I think what you're doing is the smartest way to do it. Blow them out. Blow them out. Blow those comics out. The modern books, get rid of them. Let them go. People still want them to collect and to do runs and what have you. That's fantastic. Unless you've got a really nice specimen, it's not, in my opinion, worth doing. Now, David, you're mentioning the She-Hulk. How about She-Hulk 9.8s? Are they holding or are they dropped in half as well too? Curious to know about that. Because I gave an Eternals 1 away, as you know, on Robert Meyer Burnett's channel on Friday. And that book was going for $500, $450, $500 2 months ago. Now the book's going for $220, $230. So what's going on? But it was an 8, right? An 8.0. I can see books under 9 falling in value quite easily. But does that mean all the books under 9 or all the books are going to drop, or just the ones in the lower grades? That's what I'm curious about. Stavros, watching your unboxing reminds me of the books I need and don't have. And that could be, and me too, actually, as I go through it. Oftentimes, I'm like, oh shit, need it. David Ross, Wayne asks, I was saying the same thing, or he comments, sorry. David Ross, right on, Wayne. Stavros, why not hold on and see if worth it? Pressing, cleaning, shipping back and forth. Yeah, it's an expense, man. I talked people out of getting their books done. A guy came to the shop on Saturday and he brought like 20 books. I think I ended up talking him into just doing 3. You know, I just said do the 3, maybe 3 or 4. I think it was. He had about 10, and they just weren't worth doing. It just was not worth his money to spend. I don't like people spending money where they don't have to spend money. And also, you know, it makes me busier, right? If I'm working on books that don't need it, then what's the point, right? Wayne, Kevin is so honest. He will tell you that's not a 9/8, so you can decide what to do. That is the extra service you get with him. Well, I mean, I'll let you know if I think it has a shot. I don't have a crystal ball, right? If I did, I would just close all this stuff down and just do my own books. I've got tons of books I could grade and sell. You know, if they all came back 9/8, wouldn't that be nice? But people always look, and I say this again and again. People always look at their comics through rose-colored glasses. They see their books, and they're certain the book's like a 9.6, 9.8, or has a chance. And I look at it, and I'm like, dude, man, this is like an 8. There's no way this is gonna get a 9, and they can't believe what I'm saying to them. But it's true. You know, you got to really be honest with yourself when you're looking at a book. Don't get me wrong. Like, for example, yesterday I did that little show and tell with some of the books I got. The first Killmonger and Jungle Action number 6, I think it was. The book's probably going to be, like, I saw it, I'm like, oh man, it looks like it could be an 8.5 or a 9. And I take it out, I'm like, oh, okay, it's not. You got to be, you want it to be, you want to will it. You are going to be a 9.8. No matter what I do, pressing it, cleaning it, sometimes there's just those inherent problems that cannot be fixed. And that's just the way it is. So you got to be realistic, guys. David Ross, I won't submit pre-screens anymore. Not worth it, if not 9.8. Yeah, I agree. Mike Lemon, but my Super Friends 8 out of 5.5 has to be a... Yeah, you wish. You wish. Christopher Reynolds, definitely a thank you, Christopher, for clearing that up. I was talking about that Secret Wars number 3, where the CGC forgot to put Canadian price variant on the label. Stav, got my ASM 300 triple as back... Wait, got my ASM 300 triple, signature back as blue label. Good. Excellent. That's a nice book. I had a triple label, 9.4. Sold it. Stupid. Wayne, Michael, any book is worth any amount people are willing to pay. That's true. All right. Brad, the newsstand of that Wolverine number 1 is tough book and high grade. Oh, that was a newsstand? I didn't even catch that. Good eye, man. Good eye. That helps. Maybe that's why he got it done. Stav, look for staples and pull for sure. David Ross, a book if worth whatever you can sell it for, not more. Yes, David again. Remember, it's price guide, not price list. That's for sure. Stavros, remember my X-Men 94 came back 6 when it was a 6 with a total crunch top corner. Yes, I did. I used that actually in one of my videos, Stav. I don't know if you realize that or not, to show what has been happening. Now, that's another book, Stavros, we have to resend because he had a 6.0 X-Men 94, and I sent it off. It looked beautiful. We were expecting a price jump, a grade bump. We get it back, and it's the exact same grade, and it's got the friggin' right side is all crumpled. Yeah, I wasn't too happy about that. So we're going to get that one fixed up for you, Stav. Have you noticed spotting on the covers? Spotting? What do you mean spotting? Prince Zodiac, hey, I made a live event. Nice. Let me settle in. Good evening, everybody. Hey, Prince Zodiac. I'm a Scorpio. How are you? Stav. Oh, the cases. I didn't see any spotting. I saw just the... Oh, what's going on here? I just saw the like scratches. I see like scuffs and scratches. Mike, again, Scotty Young covers are the best. I believe I know who you're talking about, and yes, they are nice. David Ross, ETA. Nick submitted a Star Wars 1 that was at least a 9.4 and came back. Come on. How does it drop from a... we talked about this last time. We talked about this last time. But the thing is this, though. like the Devil Dinosaur book. Did that finger bend happen as it was being taken out of the sleeve? Did it happen as it was being shipped? When did that happen? It obviously happened before grading because that book was pristine. That was a 9.8. Very frustrating. Silence from Squid Game Marble. How you doing, buddy? David Ross, someone at CGC. Well, somebody did something, that's for sure. Patrick, late to this party. Hey, you doing, Patrick? Don't worry about it. Better late than never. David Ross, he resubmitted. Oh, is that? Oh, come on, David. A 4. Okay, it was a 9-4. Went down to a 4-5 and then came back a 9-6. I want to hear that story. Michael, we can tell you are pissed when you drop a baloney. Kevin doesn't swear. He uses processed meats to express as I don't want to swear on here. I'll drop a... I've been trained not to swear, I guess, when I'm talking to large groups of people. Unless I get really angry, I guess. Maybe when I retire from teaching, I'll be a little more foul-mouthed. But there's no need to be foul-mouthed, is there? Why? Let's keep this a family affair, shall we? I know Gilbert and Celeste are at home watching this with their son, and I don't want to be dropping, foul language. So there you go. And how you doing, Gilbert and Celeste? I hope you're watching, and if you are, how you doing? The Real Hyperion. Don't forget to check out Heritage. Oh, that's right. Heritage Auctions tonight for your tails. Yes. I got to do that quick. You're right, because, yes, you're right. I heard about that. I got to go look. Stacy CD, first time watching live. Great show again, Kevin. Too bad about the CGC errors. Hopefully it can be fixed. Stacy, I hope so. I mean, anything can be fixed usually. Well, not anything, but generally speaking, they can be. Thanks for popping by the way. I will talk to the owner of this Devil Dinosaur, and hopefully they can, we'll figure something out. I sell for $1 a book sometimes, and still people don't buy. Yeah, depends on the books, right, Wayne? It depends on the books. I've had books at my shop on that wall for months and months and months and months, and they just sit there, and that's the way it goes. And that's why I don't understand people who don't. I was at a show once in Toronto. I'll tell you a quick story, then I'll wrap this up pretty soon. But I was at the Toronto Comic Book Show, one of my first times there, and there was this guy there beside me, and he had beautiful setup, beautiful books, all organized, all bagged and boarded, beautiful books, and everything looked presented so well. And I was beside him taking books in for pressing. And, if I have a book on my wall for $35 and someone offers me $20, I say no. They come back and say 25. I say, how about, 30? And then we end up somewhere in the middle and we're all happy and we move on our merry way. This guy, he'd have a book for $20. A guy would offer him 15. He'd say no. 18. No. He wouldn't go. And all day long, this guy was, he'd have a $150 book. A guy would offer him 140. He'd say no. I was eavesdropping the whole time. He was right beside me. He didn't make one sale all day. At the end of the show, he was all angry that what a waste of my time this was. Yeah, no one wanted to buy any of my books. And I was like, are you kidding me, buddy? You're at a convention. You got to haggle. People want to haggle. But anyways, $1 a book, Wayne. If they don't want it for $1 a book, they just don't want the book, or the books aren't popular right now, right? That's I guess that's the way it goes, but they have to want them. Prince Zodiac noted, processed meat means uncontrollable anger. Baloney! What other kind of processed meat is there? Oh my God, my mind's... I can't even think of what's the other one I like. Bologna and... I don't know. Mortadella! I don't know. Whatever. Where are we here? David Ross. That's the one that had the biggest drop out of 5 books he featured. Yeah, it was bound to happen. It really popped there for a while. That She-Hulk one we're talking about. I traded Eternals 1 9.6 for a Spotlight 28 price variant high grade. I think that was a good trade. Michael Emmond. But I look so fancy in my rose-colored glasses. You do, but then you get your heart broken every time, when you get your books back. So you might look good, but Brad, I think I'll send you some books, especially if a fellow April Wine fan. Oh yeah, man. I love that. What's that one album they had there? Something of the Beast, where you had the lion playing the guitar red. Sign of the Gypsy Queen's on there. Just Between You and Me. What's the other one? The big one they did there. I don't know. I love that album. I listen. Oh, I love to rock. I love to rock. Anyways, good band, man. Awesome band. It was and yeah, Brad, whenever you're ready, please send me some books. Super long turnaround time. If you're in a hurry, I'm not your man. I'll tell you right now. I'm being honest, but happy to help you if I can. Hey man, happy belated birthday, brother. Thank you, Prince Zodiac. I'm the big 5-0 now. Squid Game Marble. Blacklight is helpful in examining books for 9.6 and 9.8. I also double board my books when submitting my books to CGC. And you know what else is good? For checking those corners, check these babies out, guys. My neighbor gave me these for my 50th birthday. Pick up these babies. Now, you'll notice I don't have anything in the right eye because, like I said, my right eye is pretty crappy, so I don't use it. But this little thing here, these are watch, like to fix watches, watch repair glasses. Excellent for checking corners, fine corners, because sometimes corners are bent up. You can't even see it with the naked eye. But with these babies, you see all those beautiful little, issues that could possibly be fixed. You wouldn't catch it if you don't have a pair of these. I've been using these religiously lately. So these are a great little tool if you don't have one. Add this to your arsenal. They're awesome. And black lights are good too. They can be good, yes. Was it your birthday yesterday or am I confused? Prince Zodiac, my birthday was on Halloween Day. True story, David. Man, that's crazy. Smart thing, Wayne says, to do a bump. Wayne says, smart thing to do is bump the price of the book, then sell it for what you actually want. Well, it's always, you're always smart to put up 10% more. People are always going to, haggle with you. Well, very rarely I'll be at a show and a guy will say, oh, can I see that book? And I hand it to him and it's like $350. He's like, I'll take it. But I'm waiting for him to say $300 or $325 or $250. He hands me $350. Don't get me wrong. That happens from time to time. Every time it happens, though, I'm shocked. Because when I go to a show, I like to haggle. I make offers. And so, yeah, if you don't like to, that's the one, Prince Zodiac. I like to rock. If you want your price and you're going to you're not going to bend from your price, then inflate it a little bit. So at least the people that are buying the books think they're getting a deal. Jameer says, CGC screws up all the time. I have a CGC 9.8 Spidey 2099 Australian price variant, and trust me, it's definitely not an Australian price variant. It's not even a newsstand copy. So you put Australian on it, it's not an Australian. Way to go, guys. Way to go. They'll fix it. If you send it back, they'll fix it. But geez, what a pain. Why should you? Michael, head cheese and sausages. There you go. That's some pretty bad words you got there. Late again. Henry, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, it's okay. We're going to close this baby up in a moment. But I'm glad you're here. I like to rock. I like to rock. That's right. Stavros, Doc, you're a super villain with those swear words. Oh, these. Yeah. I'll find your secret lair, Stavros. Yeah, that's true. Not bad. Yeah, I could be a super villain. Jeweler's Loop. That's what they call them? Good. Jeweler's Lens. Exactly. They're excellent. God bless that neighbor. Yeah, he was excellent. He thought, he was kind of like, I didn't know what to get you, so I got you these. I didn't think they're probably not very good. But actually there are. I have another pair that I have that are kind of like more, they kind of go around my head and they kind of dig into my scalp and my forehead. But these ones are actually quite comfortable to wear. I love these. Oh, and they have little lights on them too. Check this out. Like there we go. Whoop, right there. So you can, it's really nice. These are really good tool, man. I really mean that. God bless that neighbor. Good advice, Doc, with picking them up. Yeah, I would if I were you. No hurry. I heard Disney's releasing a trailer for the Moon Knight series. Excited for Moon Knight. Me too. I'm not a super huge Oscar Isaac fan. I don't hate him. I don't love him. I don't know. Those Star Wars guys, all of them. All three of them. Daisy Ridley, him, and Boyega. I don't know. They left a bad taste in my mouth. And I think it was because of Star Wars. I know they're all talented actors, but I don't know. Wayne, Brad, that's one of the ones I'm waiting on. Moon Knight #1. Yeah. Love it, LOL, and true story. Thanks, Jameer. Well, guys, that brings us to the end of the chat. So and people are starting to leave, so I think I'm going to go too. We've been going now for about just under an hour. I'm going to take off again. If you're new here, welcome. If you haven't done so already, maybe leave a comment because I haven't done my draw yet. And if you leave comments, it increases your chance of winning one of those awesome prizes I have outlined in the info section below. Guys, thanks so much for popping by. Again, have a great night. And I'll probably be back tomorrow with another unboxing, probably around the same time as well. So until then, take care. Have a great night. Bye for now.